Welcome back. It's Kovacs Report. It's time to take a look at Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion. Now, buckle in, guys. We're going to go through this book page by page, and it's going to be a bumpy ride. It's not going to be a good one. So if you don't like hearing bad things about these creators and the work they're doing, I suggest you put your fingers in your ears because it's not good. It really isn't good, guys. Now, before I do that, please hit the subscribe button. It makes a massive difference to the channel. And if you like the video at the end, give it a like. That would be amazing too. I'd really, really appreciate it. So here we go. Deniz Camp and Cody Ziglar. Now, Deniz Camp is currently writing Ultimates, which if you follow any of my videos, you'll know instantly, I think is probably the worst book Marvel's putting out in decades. Cody Ziglar is working on a number of things, but one of them is Miles Morales, and it's average. It's an average book, and that's all I can say about that. So with that in mind, let's dive in. So this is an absolute mess of a book. First off, again, I don't usually like saying horrible things about artists, but the art in this book is very unattractive, right? It's definitely not my style. If you like it, great. But honestly, it's hard to look at, and a lot of the lettering isn't very good as well when he's reading his journal. So Miles Morales was met by the maker in a previous book and given this business card, and he decides to not accept the maker's gift. So he throws it in a paper basket, which happens to be in his 11-month-old sister's bedroom. So number one, right, this all-powerful being has given you a interdimensional card thing, and the way you dispose of this dangerous item is leave it in your baby sister's bedroom. So number one, what's going on right from the beginning? Anyway, what happens is that he doesn't take it, but his 11th-month-old sister manages to crawl out of the cot, walk over to the bin for all reason, and touch it and activate it and get sucked in, as you can see. Billy, here she goes. So Miles, being the good brother that he is, dives in to save her. But for some weird reason, doesn't fire his webs, but talks about, I need to get closer to her, right, before I can fire my webs. Now, these webs fire across buildings, do all sorts of things when he's out of the house, right? She's what, 15 foot away? Why not shoot the web? Why not shoot the web? So because he didn't shoot his web, he couldn't catch her, and she has fallen through this interdimensional portal, and he's just that split second too late to pull her out. So that's how we start this. There is so much in this book which is exactly like this. And then we jump to Peter and his son, and they're patrolling around New York. Don't forget, right? They are being hunted by the Sinister Six, but they're out in broad daylight, just floating around, you know, having a little jolly. And they just so happen to be at the place where Spot arrives. Now, Spot is an old character. Okay, he's in the books, he's in the cartoons. Now, he's obviously accepted one of these Tony Stark power boxes. Now, why Tony Stark would give it to a potential villain, I don't know, but that isn't explained. But he has it. Did he steal it from someone that it was given to? We don't know. All we know is that Spot has arrived and trouble's about to ensue. Now, throughout this whole book, the dialogue isn't very good. Deniz Camp and Cody Ziglar are trying so hard to get that famous Spider-Man humor, and it misses the mark by 1,000 miles. Anyway, they fight, of course. We're subjected to some fight scenes and some babbling by Spot, and then miraculously out of nowhere, Miles Morales turns up, and he's looking for his sister. So they say, hey, we'll help you find your sister. So do they go to Tony Stark or the Avengers or the Fantastic Four or whatever superheroes or tech geniuses that are on the planet? No. This is what they do. They go window to window, knocking on the windows and peeking through the windows of New York to see if they can find his sister. I mean, you'd think it couldn't get any worse. Anyway, they do that quite a lot. Spot turns back up, right? Miles Morales knocks him out. And then we go to these few pages of all these bad guys. All these bad guys that have noticed there's been a teleportation signature, which is Miles Morales coming into this universe, and there's a power there and they want it. And they all gonna, go out looking for it, including S.H.I.E.L.D., whoever S.H.I.E.L.D. is. And then we jump back to, Doom, Cap, Stark, and they have a little chit chat about, is this important? Is it a baddie? And they're very nonchalant about the whole thing, right? They don't seem to be taking it that seriously. And then we're subjected to more window knocking, some really bad jokes from the New York residents. It's just awful, awful, awful. Anyway, at the end, knowing that they haven't found the young 11-month-old daughter, Peter and Richard, his son, decide they need to get home because it's tea time, and they let Miles go off on his own to try and search for his lost sister. That's pretty much it. Anyway, he looks around. Now, the Avengers, though, have decided to do something about it, or the Ultimates, and they send Wasp to pick him up. This is so full of bad writing. In my opinion, is they think, how do we get Miles Morales into this Ultimate Universe? So this, to me, is a vehicle of wedging him in there anyway, without any thought or care. It's terrible. I mean, I know I'm supposed to be, reporting on this in a constructive way, but there is no other word for it other than this is not very good at all. It is not very good at all, and I 100% recommend you do not waste your money on it. I'm probably going to have to read the rest so I can review it. So I'll take that on the chin. I'll do that for you guys so you don't have to. Anyway, that's my review on Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion. Those are my thoughts. Let me know yours. Hit the subscribe button if you can. Like the video if you like the video. Please don't hate me too much. It's just my opinion. If you disagree, just let me know what you think. I'm open to hear other people's opinions. So until next time, take care.